Number 4 on our traps and barriers to learning, this is quite a common one. This is the trap of perfectionism. So perfectionism is where often see people who want to learn how to do something new, but they don't want to go through the discomfort of learning. So often, when we're learning to do something for the first time, you don't have the neural pathways yet. You don't have those connections in your body and mind yet. And that's just part of the learning process, that sometimes we have to go through the discomfort of like forming those neural pathways and all of the physiological stuff that's taking place in order for you to learn something new and make new connections between things. But what frequently happens is that people want to be really, really good or perfect even at the thing that they're learning to do before they've even attempted to do it for the first time. And that's a big one. That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself to want to nail something on the first go. But here's the thing. If you nail something on the first go, guess what? You haven't learned to do anything new. You already had those skills. You already had those connections. You already had those neural pathways. So there's nothing really to be celebrated there. If you nail something on the first go, if you get something perfect on the first go, you have not learned anything new, and there is nothing noteworthy, nothing to be celebrated there. What's impressive is when you're struggling to do something for the first time and it's taking a lot of effort and it's hard and you can't do it. And then just through the process of repetition and adjusting, then suddenly you pop into being able to do something. Maybe it's still clunky, but you pop into being able to do something a lot better than you could before. That's amazing. That's learning. That's something to be celebrating. But if you can do it on the first go, you haven't actually learned to do anything new. So this kind of idea that we want to be perfect or get something perfect on the first go, sometimes people will attend courses and they will want to be so perfect at that thing that before they go to the course, they'll do a whole bunch of research. They'll try to learn it before they arrive at the course. So perfectionism is a big one. It can really slow us down and it can bring so much like unnecessary stress and pressure to the learning environment. But getting stuff wrong is great. If you're getting stuff wrong, if you're struggling, guess what? You're in the process. You're in the training ground. You're learning. That's amazing. Your cognitive skill goes up. Your memory function goes up. There's so much that happens inside of you when you're struggling to do something for the first time. And then you pop and you reach a new level. This is where you've got, you've established some new neural pathways, and it might not be particularly smooth and easy and fluid, but you can do it. And from there, you can continue to refine. But trying to get things perfect on the first go, if you succeed in getting it perfect on the first go, you haven't actually learned anything new. You already knew how to do it. And if you don't succeed on the first go and you're putting that kind of pressure on yourself, you're just going to feel miserable and stressed. One of the best states to be in for learning is just play and discovery. So should you find yourself sorting by perfectionism, recognize that, if I get it perfect, it's just like fine, it's just like when you find $5 in a jacket that you wore a couple of weeks ago and you forgot about it. Like, that's not like you didn't just get new money. You already had that. You just forgot about it. And so that's the same kind of thing with perfectionism, is that when you nail something on the first go, there's nothing to be celebrated there. It's just like finding the $5 that you already had.